Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a video here from the Icing on Your English, and we watched a video from him the other day, and I can't remember which video it was, but I know it was a good one. Um, this one is British English vocabulary for the pub. So, I guess he tells you, I guess how to order, what to order, what words to use. I don't know. It'll be interesting. We'll figure it out. But I will link this video in the description along with links to Patreon, how you can support the channel here on YouTube, and to my sports channel. If you haven't done so, go jump over there and check it out. Doing a lot of rugby here lately. I just did a goat player from Wales. So go jump over there, check it out, subscribe if you haven't done so. We just hit 500 subscribers, trying to get up to 1,000 now. But let's go ahead and get into this.
British English vocabulary for the pub. Today I'm going to teach you typical British English vocabulary to help you out when you're in the pub.
All right.
In case you didn't know, the word pub comes from the term public house, which is a place such as a tavern or bar that is licensed to sell alcoholic beverages.
Okay.
In London, we also call a pub a boozer. Booze means alcohol too, in informal English. Let's start with beer. In a pub you can get draft beer or beer on tap, which comes from the barrel. On tap, you'll probably have a choice of these types of beer. You have lager, the most common blonde beer, served cold, bitters or ales, a darker brown beer of which there are various forms, one being Indian Pale Ale or IPA, stout, which is a very dark or black beer.
Like a stout.
Guinness is the most famous example of this. Draft beer is served as a pint or as a half pint. Bear in mind that if you want a half pint but you don't specify this, you might be served a pint. As there is usually so much selection of beers in our pubs, you have to order a pint of a specific beer.
Right.
Alternatively, you can get a bottled beer. Just ask the bartender, what bottles of beer do you have? But don't ask for a beer bottle, as you will be given an empty bottle by a laughing bartender. If you fancy something lighter, you can have a shandy, which is a lager mixed with lemonade or soda water, or you could order a non-alcoholic beer.
I don't think I've ever had a
Make sure
shandy.
you order a glass of wine. Don't ask for a wine glass, unless you're
Well, you know what? There is one. Is it? I can't remember if it's Samuel Adams. It might be Samuel Adams. They do like seasonal beers. So they have like one beer that you can get year round, but then they do like beers for fall. And then there's one that they do in summer that's called a summer shandy. I wonder if that's how they do that.
sharing a bottle of wine and you need an extra glass, because again, this is an empty glass. If you ask for a wine list, you get to sample different types of white wine, red wine or rosé. Or just order a house wine if you're
Rosé
not
is too sweet.
fussy or want to get the cheapest wine available. A white wine spritzer is like a shandy for wine and consists of white wine with sparkling water or soda water. If you fancy something stronger, go for a mixer, which is a spirit mixed with a soft drink. Perhaps the most common mixers are gin and tonic, or ask for a G&T if you're feeling confident, whiskey and coke, rum and coke, vodka and lemonade. You'll be asked if you want a single or double measure of these. If you want an even stronger
Do you
drink,
guys do? It's not like, I mean, it's a known drink. If you go in somewhere and you ask for it, they know how to make it for you, but you just don't see it very often. I love it. When I go to Vegas, I usually drink a lot of these White Russians. Do you guys drink those? I love a good White Russian. It's like a sweet treat. It always reminds me of The Big Lebowski, too. It was one of my favorite movies. I watched that yesterday.
have straight or neat spirits, like whiskey or whiskey on the rocks is straight with ice, for the higher quality stuff. Someone
I
might
like
get a
whiskey.
round of shots, perhaps tequila or vodka, and you would drink this together. Be careful with all the stronger things though. As I'm sure you'll know, you can order a Coke, lemonade, orange juice, tonic water, still water or sparkling water if you're having a break from the booze. Say, with ice and lemon please, if that's what you want. If you're feeling peckish, order a packet of crisps, peanuts or pork scratchings. Be aware that these are not for free. Remember, in the UK we have loads of different flavours, so you'll be asked, what flavour would you like?
Pork
The traditional
scratchings like
flavours are
pork
ready
rinds.
salted, cheese and onion, and salt and vinegar. One of the best ways to sample British food is in the pub, the more traditional pubs anyway. Without going into too much detail, here are some typical English pub meals. Steak and kidney pie, bangers and mash, shepherd's pie, a ploughman's, Lancashire hot pot, roast dinner. I'll leave these to a different video though.
Oh, the ploughman's and the roast
You can
dinner.
ask at the bar,
Call my
do you
name.
serve food? Or are you still serving food, which means at the moment. At the bar you'll be asked certain specific questions like, who's next? Which means who is next to be served. If you ask this, answer, I am, or you were first when another person is before you. Remember to be polite and don't jump the queue. Other questions could be, are you being served? What can I get you? What would you like? What are you having? Would you like the same again? Or same again? You usually have to order at the bar, the area where the drinks are. Remember, at the bar means next to.
Yeah, I think here, there are bars. I don't go to bars. Not anymore. When I was younger, I did. Most bars, like 9 out of 10, you have to go up to the bar to get your drink. There are a couple, and like you would have to have a tab open, which you could do that at the bar too. But like there was a bar called Spanky's. That's just was the nickname of it that we used to go to around Charlotte. My mom and her boyfriend at the time used to go there, so we would go and we would all shoot pool. And it would get really busy, but you could go out on the deck and stuff like that. But they actually had girls and guys that would go around. They'd bring, like, you could order like a tub of beer. So you'd get this like little metal, kind of like a bucket full of ice. And like, I think it was usually like 6 beers is what the buckets were. So you could get that. They'd bring that out to you. They also had food. They had really good food, actually. They had the best potato skins ever. And, just a lot of fried foods, burgers, stuff like that. But kind of more appetizer stuff, sliders. Um, but they did have girls that would go around and they would, if you wanted something else, they'd get it for you. But obviously it was all charged on your tabs. So before you would leave for the night, you would have to close out your tab, pay it. I think usually they kept your credit card when you would do it. I don't know that that's the case now. That the bar's not there anymore. They closed it, but I'm just talking in general. But yeah, you would go sign for everything, leave your tip, and then you'd go ahead and take your card with you when you were leaving.
In the
But
bar
usually you go
means
to the bar and
inside
have
it,
to do it
which is a
yourself.
bit difficult, or on the bar would mean on top of it. When ordering drinks, you could say, can I have 2 pints of Guinness, please? Or 2 glasses of house red, please? A round of drinks is a drink for each of the people in your group. In the UK, we usually buy rounds instead of individual drinks for ourselves. Last orders. This is a call from the bar staff, often accompanied by a bell, to say that this is your last chance to order a drink at the bar.
Yeah, here I watched it on a video not too long ago, and you guys confirmed that you'll do more rounds and stuff. Um, I think here usually people will pay their own. And that's kind of it because people ordered, one person might be having a beer, which is going to be a lot less expensive than somebody having a gin and tonic, um, or something like that. So, um, or just somebody who's getting a margarita or something, something crazy. So usually everybody just kind of does does their own bill, leaves the like I said, they'll leave their credit card or their information with the bar.
as it's almost closing time. In the UK, we raise a toast to someone or something to celebrate or wish someone luck with something. So, here's to you and your English adventure. Cheers! If you want to learn British English with me,
That was good. So mostly stuff I knew from watching these other videos are like kind of common sense, or it would be what I would think it would be. But there was some extra information. You guys gotta let me know what kind of beer do you like? Are you the IPA? Do you like the pale ales or the stouts? I like them all. I just don't like the ones that are kind of fruity tasting. Like it seems like within the last couple of years, at least here, you have a lot of beers that have sprung up that kind of have like a grapefruity taste to it, and I can't get into that. I don't want that, but I love like an I don't mind a pale. Even like here, like one of the kind of crappy beers, like a Bud Light or something like that, is good. Every once in a while, it's refreshing, especially when it's hot. Um, but yeah, I would say definitely more towards the winter when it's cooler out. Um, I like a good Guinness, nice dark beer, especially ones they have the ones that are kind of brewed with like a coffee taste in there. I love it. Love it. That was a really good video. He does a very good job, I think, of just kind of no nonsense, tells you the basics of everything that's going to get you through, which I appreciate. But yeah, go check him out. Like I said, I'll link his video in the description. Icing on Your English is his page. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. If you think there was something he missed or was wrong about, let me know in the comments. Or if there's another bit of information you think somebody should know going over there for the first time and going into a pub, let me know as well in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and have an awesome, awesome day. Thank you guys so much for watching.